South Africa denies Nigerian under-18 basketball team visa. Like, wow. To make the matter worse, they did that without no explanation. It's like visa denial, no explanation. Like, who does that? Who does that? When I heard the news, I thought it was a joke. I was like, this can't be true. I hope this is not one of these news that people are coming up with, because recently there has been a big clash between Nigerians and South Africans. And people can come up with different stories just to make the story was just to bring more problems, or just to spread more hatred between Nigerians and South Africans. But no, this was real. So I had to check different papers, and then I was like, okay, let me check. So when I went to Punch newspapers Nigerian, I was like, boom, this is one of the biggest newspapers in Nigeria, and of course they can't come up with fake stories. Now, according to the news, this is what they said on the headlines, that South Africa denies Nigeria under-18 basketball team visa, and South Africa denied visas to Nigerian national under-18 basket, preventing them from participating in the 2024 FIBA U18 Afro Basket Tournament set to take place in Cape Town from December 2024, and that is 14th of December to 22 of December. So the South African consulate in Abuja denied the male players visa. Now, this is where it gets more interesting, because as I read the news, I realized that they have already, the consulate in Lagos has actually approved the visa for the ladies basketball team, and they are currently in Pretoria. So I'm like, okay. The problem here is, like, South Africans are not having really problem with everyone in Nigeria. It seems that they are having problem with the Nigerian men, not necessarily the women, because I'm a little bit confused. Why is it that they give the visa to the Nigerian women basketball team but not to the men? Is it because of the things that have been happening? Because a lot of things that have been happening in South Africa, maybe the bad things, especially the one that happened recently about this Nigerian man that owned I don't know, 800 RDPs, and also this Nigerian man that was caught in Thailand holding South African passport and doing illegal things. So I'm really confused here, that how come the same country give visa to the women but not to the men? So according to the news, in contrast, that's what I'm saying, the South African embassy in Lagos approved visas for the girls team, who are currently in Pretoria for their match against Egypt. Both teams had previously qualified for the tournament by winning the FIBA Africa Zone 3 qualifiers in Ivory Coast. So, and they have been in other countries, but when it comes to South Africa, no visa, no explanation. Like, South Africa, hello, who does that? It was gathered that the NBF has lodged complaints with the FIBA Africa, the South African host and Nigerian Foreign Affairs Ministry, but efforts to resolve the issue has so far been ineffective. Like, this issue has not been resolved. Like, wow. Now, to analyze the whole story is that it's still really sad that we as Africans, we need visas to travel to other Africans' country. So the problem here is that we as Africans, we do not like each other, we don't trust each other, we don't love each other, and that's why we still need visas to travel to each other countries. That is the sad reality. That's the problem that need to be dealt with, because if the Nigerians didn't need visa to go to South Africa or wherever in Africa, this would not be a problem. But you see, we really have a deep problem, because that's why I always say, like, we are looking so much on the leaves, but we are not looking deep into the big issue. Why is it that still today we Africans need visas to travel to our fellow Africans' country? Like, who does that? In Europe, as long as you are a European, you do not need a visa to go to that country. In fact, Most of the times you don't even need a passport. You can just use your ID card as long as you're a citizen. You can use your ID card, like switch, like for example, from Sweden to Denmark, from Denmark to Norway, from Norway to Germany. And this is because these people have already established a system that works. But in Africa, nothing is working, and then we keep blaming each other for this and that. Why don't we, like, seriously work together? Like, this is the this South African thing is actually against the spirit of sportsmanship. And then to make the matter worse, there is no way you would deny someone a visa without explanation. I have dealt with a lot of migration cases. I've read, I've solved so many, even European migration cases. And I have never seen a place where you are denied a visa without an explanation. They would explain why did they deny you the visa. But according to what we are hearing, that basically this Abuja consulate has no any damn explanation as to why these Nigerian basketball, and they're actually under 18, why they were denied the visa. There is no explanation. Like, this is what makes me wonder, like, South African consulate in Abuja, we are going to question your authenticity, or you, like, how do you think, like, how who was that person that made that decision without an explanation, and who told them to do that? Because this is deeper. I don't think you can just wake up one morning and come up with that kind of decision. This is an agreement that at least 2 or 3 or 4 people has to say, okay, we are stamping that we are not going to give this team their visas, and which means that they are going to miss, like, to represent Nigeria globally. So you can see that it's really a big thing, because if it's a global thing, then if this now team was supposed to win and compete with other national apart from Africa, or continents apart from Africa, and Nigeria win, it means that if Nigeria wins, we win too as Africa. But they are not thinking that. So me, I think that this is so absurd, and the fact that they are coming up without any explanation is what I don't truly understand. Anyway, guys, what do you think about the whole situation? Why is South Africa doing this? Why did they deny the visa without an explanation? All right, so let me know. Until next time, thank you so much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. Bye.